Moving on to more updates on someone who does seem to care about the Delhi air pollution. Chief Justice of India Suryakant has expressed concern over Delhi's pollution. He says, and I quote over there, that facing breathing problems after going for regular walks due to pollution. The Chief Justice of India has also suggested that if Bar Association agrees, they should move the Supreme Court hearings to virtual mode. The court may consider creating a uniform rule based on this. That would be a big development coming in from the Supreme Court, because if they take the step, the country will follow. Huge one coming in. One of the first statements we've heard from the newly appointed CJI. Remember, he took office just yesterday, and one of the first things he has spoken about is Delhi's air pollution, and saying that if the Bar Association, basically if the lawyers agree, they would like to move it virtual, meaning it will be work from home for at least the Supreme Court of India. All right, so that's a big development coming in there. We'll keep our eye on that story to see how the Bar Association actually responds to this and what happens to this story. I'm told my colleague Anisha Mathur is with us. Quickly want to get an update from her. Anisha, this has to be a big statement coming in from CJI, who's not even spent 24 hours in office, and he chooses to speak about the first issue, it is pollution, and he's practically saying, let's move it virtual, let people stay at home, let them not come out on the streets, use their cars, create more combustion on the roads, but work from home.
Well, Sonal, let me just clarify. This was a comment made by the Chief Justice in response to a request specifically made by very senior lawyers. Senior advocates who are over 70 years old, including senior advocate Kapil, Sibal, Rakesh, Dwivedi, all of them said that given our advanced age, given the fact that all of us are suffering from congestion, from coughs, they requested, in fact, the Supreme Court that you could consider moving court hearings to virtual mode, and if not for everybody else, then at least allow everyone over 60 years of age to appear before court on a virtual mode. That is why the Supreme Court has now said that we will consider it. In fact, just last week, Justice P.S. Narasimha, who will be taking over as Chief Justice of India in 2030, also suggested that lawyers could consider appearing on virtual mode before the Supreme Court. Just yesterday also, hours after Justice Suryakant took oath, one of the senior lawyers appearing before the court pointed out that he was facing a problem breathing. And even yesterday, same comment coming in from the Chief Justice of India, that even when I'm going for walks, I'm also feeling breathless. There is a problem. And remember, Sonal, the Supreme Court has been talking about air pollution in the country for years now. We've been seeing multiple orders.
And yet there was a full walkathon that was flagged off by the former CJI and the heads of the Bar Association, who are now being asked to consider. Yet in 400 AQI, they did that walkathon. So one really has to question that what will it take for people to take notice. It's good that they are, but what will it take for them to, take notice till the time their own health is impacted? Perhaps that's what we're looking at. But thanks so much for bringing us those details.